easier to breathe out your mouth. Okay? So if you are lying down, that's perfect. If you are not, go ahead and I'm going to have you come onto your back. We're going to draw the knees in towards your chest. Feet are flexed, toes are spread. Kind of wiggle those feet around. We're going to gently rock side to side. Allow the floor to massage your back. Bring your legs back to the center of your body. Release your left leg down. So just your right knee is in toward your chest. We're going to circle that foot a few times in one direction and reverse. Nice and easy. We're gently bringing this knee across your body. The key here is to keep your shoulder blades in contact with the mat. Your other arm, your right arm is out to your side, and we're going to tilt our head to look at that hand. Bring it back to center. Release this leg down to the mat, bringing the left knee in to a comfortable position and rotating that foot a few times in one direction and switch. Holding here, let's guide this knee across your body. Shoulders are in contact with the mat. Left arm out to your side, and we're going to tilt that head over to look at the palm of your hand. Bring the knee back up to center. We're going to place our feet in butterfly pose, in a lying butterfly pose. To relax your glutes, press the lower back down into the mat. So you probably saw my stomach. It's raised here. And I'm going to press it down. So I'm engaging my core. And we're going to do just a few crunches just to get our core warmed up. So we're going to inhale as we come up, and then we'll exhale to lower. So these are going to be probably a lot slower than your typical abdominal crunches, just because we're going to move on our breath. On this next one, let's hold it up. We're going to do little pulses without holding your breath. And let's lower all the way down. Bring your legs out, and we're going to point your toes, reach your arms above your head, just stretch in opposite directions. Give some length to your spine and your core muscles. Okay, we're going to come onto your side. I'm going to be on my left side, but whatever side you want to start with. We're going to start with a side plank. So we're going to continue warming up our core. And I'm going to show you a little bit of a modified way. Would be a kickstand of your leg, the bottom leg. Your knee is bent and you're coming up. Elbow is aligned under your shoulder. And you're just having your hand up and hold here. A little bit harder would be to stack or kind of stagger your feet and lift up. Okay, so we're going to spend a few breaths here doing this. So come up in either way. Keep your neck at a comfortable position. So if it's kind of gazing down, that's fine. And let's lower down. Great job. We're now going to come onto our stomach. We're going to press up into a baby cobra. So I'm going to turn off of my mat a little bit just so you can see. So hands are lined underneath the shoulder. Just going to push up and away. Your arms don't have to be fully extended. There could be a slight bend in your elbows. From here, we're going to come into locust pose. And so I am going to come back on my mat. We're going to have resting on one of your ears, hands back behind you, palms up. And we're going to come up on an inhale. So you're going to inhale up, raising the arms, the chest, and the feet and legs. We're going to exhale down. And then we're going to take a breath here. Okay, bring it up on this next inhale. Inhale, look down at your mat. Exhale to lower. Then we'll take a breath. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. And lower on the exhale. One more. Up. And lower. Great job. Now we're going to tilt our head the other way. Turn your head the other direction. We're going to do 5 like this. Inhale up, gazing down at your mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale up, lower. Bring it up, lower. Last one, bring it up and lower. Okay, we're going to place the hands underneath our shoulders. And again, we're going to press up and away slightly into our cobra or our baby cobra. Come up onto your knees, and we're going to transition to our other side plank. So we're going to line up, and actually in a side plank, you can even go up full. You can align your hand underneath your shoulder. I prefer to do forearm side plank. So you can bend that knee, or you can stack or stagger your feet, okay? Okay, draw the navel in toward your spine. Protect the lower back by doing so. Let's raise up Holding here without holding your breath. Great job. Lower down. We're going to turn over onto our belly again. We're going to do a half bow pose. So I like to think of this as kind of a lazy quad stretch, but I love it because I feel it even more. If you can, I want you to reach back. We're going to grab onto this foot, and we're just going to bring it down towards your bottom. If you can't quite reach, then just really focus on bringing that foot in towards your bottom by itself without pulling on it. Okay, let's release that foot and we'll switch sides. So reach back. So your right arm will pull up that right foot and left arm would pull up your left foot. Okay, let's lower down. We're now going to press up to a kneeling plank. So come up onto your knees, line up those hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to warm up our triceps. We're only going to do about 5 of these. So it's kind of a kneeling push-up for the most part, but I'm going to add a little something to it. Okay, so moving on your breath, the lowering part is called chaturanga. Okay, so just like a push-up. So inhale down, exhale, baby cobra. I want you to hold here. Elbows are bent, your thighs are in contact with the mat. Okay, now I want you to drop your chest down to the mat and press all the way back up into your kneeling plank. So we didn't move exactly on our breath, but we're going to get there in just a second. Draw the navel in towards your spine. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. Inhale the chest down. Exhale to push up. So you should really be feeling this, even though it's just a really small kind of movement. All right, let's prepare for number 3. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. Inhale the chest down. Exhale, press up. Okay, again, we have 2 more. Lower down. Baby cobra or full cobra. Chest down to the mat. Press up, kneeling plank. Okay, here's our last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, chest down. Exhale, press up. Now we're going to press back into a child's pose. Knees are spread, hands are out in front. Okay, we're going to lift up onto our toes and our hands, pressing the bottom up and back into down dog. Let's pedal those feet. Stretch out your calves. Let's balance on our left leg as we raise our right leg up into three-legged dog. Let's bring the right foot forward. So you might take a step or two, but your right foot will lead. We're going to drop the left knee down into a kneeling lunge. I'm going to turn slightly just so you can see just a little better. So it's almost like we're going to take off into a race. Place this right hand to the inside. So both of your hands are to the inside of your foot. Now peel the foot away from your hands into open lizard. Press your foot into the mat. We're going to frame your foot again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, just pressing the hips forward slightly. Let's bring our hands down to the mat. We're going to come into a half split. So we're going to walk our hands back. Toes are going to come up of this foot. We're just kind of balancing on this back knee. Bending your right knee, kind of coming back into position. Frame your foot, come back up onto your left toes, and we're going to slide this leg back. So we're now into a full plank. Lower down to kneeling, and we're going to flow through chaturanga, cobra, chest to mat, and up 5 times. Okay, so let's inhale, lower down. Exhale, cobra. Inhale the chest down. Exhale, press up. Again, lower down. Cobra. Chest down to the mat. Up to kneeling plank. Now let's take a breath here. Make sure your hands are aligned underneath your shoulders. Belly button is in towards your spine. And here we go for number 3. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, down. Exhale, press up. 2 more. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, chest down. Exhale, press up. Last one. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press up. And now we're going to come into an angled child's pose. We're going to walk our hands off to the right, and our bottom is going to kind of sink to the left. Let's lift halfway up, walk your hands in a half circle over to the left side, angle your bottom to the right. Walking your hands back to the mat, we're going to find our down dog pose again. Tucking the toes in, lifting the bottom up and back, pedal those feet. I'm going to scoot up just a little bit so you can see. So let's balance on our right leg. Left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Draw the knee in, step your left foot forward, lower down into our runner's lunge. Place your hands to the inside of your foot and let's peel it away, open lizard. Let's frame your foot, so go ahead and press it into the mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, just pressing those hips forward or to whatever comfort level you feel. Let's drop those hands down. We're going to come into a half splits. So work your bottom kind of back as well as those hands. Toes are coming up. Okay, bending that knee. This time we're going to step forward to the top of your mat. So you might take a step or two. We're just going to hold here in a forward fold, and you can even transition to a ragdoll, releasing any pressure in your head and neck and shoulders. Some people like to grab onto their elbows and do this instead. Let's lower those hands down, coming up into a half lift. So this is monkey pose or half lift. My back is flat. And now I want you to roll all the way up, and then I'm gonna fix we're gonna do a few standing things. So let me kind of make sure you can see me okay. Let me lower that. Okay, this is a little not where I want it. Okay, so we're at the top of our mat. You can't see my feet, but that's okay. We're going to come into 5-point star. So your feet are spread, toes are out, and your hands are up, fingers are spread. So we're going to inhale the hands together and then exhale into moonflowers. So it's basically a wide squat, drawing the elbows in towards your rib cage. So inhale, we're going to move on our breath or flow through these poses. Exhale down. Reach up for the ceiling. Exhale into the squat. If you want to close your eyes, you can. Last one. So let's take our inhale up. This time we're going to go straddle splits. So we're going to exhale, hinging forward from our hips. Hands coming down to the mat. Let your head just fall. Let's come into a side lunge just to stretch out inner thighs. So we're going to bend whichever knee you want to start with. We're just going to go over from one side. and to the other. And if you want to spread your legs out further, you can to get a deeper stretch. Let's come back to center. I want you to bend your knees. Sorry, my shirt's kind of all over the place. We're going to hang out here for a minute, kind of like you're just waiting. You have some pressure from your hands onto your legs. And now we're going to do a little twist. So we're going to look over our back shoulder. Bring it back to center and other side. Okay, coming to center. Let's lower the head down. I want you to roll all the way up. Bring those feet together. We're going to flow through some sun salutations. Let me check our time. We're good on time. Okay, so we're going to start at the top of our mat. I'm going to turn so you can kind of see a little bit. Let's inhale the arms up overhead, and now we're going to forward fold. So we're going to bend forward from your hips. I'll come up into your half lift here. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Now step back into your plank. Okay, I'm in full plank. I know it's a little bit hard to see. You can drop down to your kneeling plank, and we're going to lower down chaturanga, what we did earlier, chaturanga, cobra, and this time, instead of bringing the chest down, we're going to pop back up into down dog. Come into three-legged dog, raising that right leg up overhead. Drawing the right knee forward. We're going to step the right foot forward, plant that back foot. It is at an angle. I know you can't quite see it right now, but we are in warrior one pose. So whatever wall you're facing, your belly button is facing that way as well. Cartwheeling your hands forward. We're going to slide this leg back. You're in full plank, but go down to kneeling if you would prefer. Chaturanga. Cobra. I know you can't see me. Press up to down dog. Balancing on your right foot, left leg comes up, three-legged dog. And we're going to come into a warrior one pose on this other side. So my left leg is forward, my right foot is back and it's angled. Lift the arms up overhead and we'll hold here for a few breaths. Okay, cartwheel those hands forward. We're going to step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale all the way up. We're going to exhale into chair, which is kind of a narrow squat. Inhale, the arms coming all the way up. Exhale your hands down into mountain. So catch your breath. We're going to do that again, but this time we're going to add on to it. I'm going to fix my camera again, so maybe you can see a little more of my mat. So this time you're not going to see my head, but that's okay. I think you guys are kind of getting the gist of it. So let's start at the top of the mat. Bend the knees. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. And we're just going to take a breath or two here. This is a really good stretch for your hamstrings. Okay, lowering the hands down, step your feet back into plank. And you can go kneeling here as we just have been doing. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cobra or up dog. Up dog is where my thighs are up off of the mat. Let's press our bottom back, tuck the toes in, down dog. Right leg's gonna take the lead, so it's up three-legged dog. Draw the knee forward, step the right foot, drop the back foot, so now you can see it. Meet me in warrior one. We're gonna add on warrior two. I'm really having to bend here so you can see me, but now instead of my belly button facing the wall that my foot is aiming towards, I'm now turning towards the side wall. Okay, cartwheel the hands forward, step this foot back. We're gonna be in your plank again. You know the options here, lower down, chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Press the bottom back into down dog. Balance on your right leg. Left leg comes up. Okay, we're gonna work our way into our warrior one pose. You might have to take a step or two to get your foot towards the top of your mat. Drop the back foot. This knee is bent. Warrior one. Warrior two. Cartwheel the hands forward. This time we're going to come up to the top of our mat. So step that foot forward, bend the knees, inhale all the way up, exhale into a chair. Inhale, let's raise up. Exhale into mountain. So we're at the top of our mat and we're just standing here. Let's go through that one more time and we're going to add on a balancing pose to this before we kind of unwind. So bend the knees, inhale, arms up, exhale, hands down, forward fold. Inhale up, half lift or monkey, holding here for a breath. Okay, lower the hands down. Find your plank, kneeling or full plank. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Press the bottom up, down dog. Okay, right foot comes up, three-legged dog. Draw the knee in, step the right foot forward, warrior one. We're going to drop the chest down into arrowhead. So your hands come palms up, back behind you. Now, here comes our balance. We're going to bring this leg up, and we're going to lift up and balance. This knee is up into stork. My arms are up overhead, or you can bring your hands at heart center. Okay, step back. Kind of a little weird. Warrior two for me. Okay, lower the hands down, slide this leg back. You're in your plank. This is your last time for your chaturanga little half series here. Lower down, cobra or up dog, and this will be your last time for down dog, yay. You're in down dog, balance on the right foot, left leg comes up towards the ceiling. We're gonna find warrior one on this side. So draw the knee in, and if you need to, it would be like a step and a step, okay? It doesn't have to be one fluid motion. Drop the back foot, angle it. Meet me in warrior one. Chest is raised. Now the chest lowers down into arrowhead. Okay, we're gonna lift this back leg up into stork. So again, you might take a step or two, and then you're gonna balance up, similar to tree pose, but the foot's not into your leg, it's just hanging. Okay, step that foot back, warrior two. Okay, cartwheel the hands forward. This foot comes up this time. Bend the knees, inhale up. Exhale, chair. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. So I want you to bend those knees a little bit. And I want you to come down onto your knees. And we're going to start kind of unwinding here, slowing it down. So let's find butterfly. We're going to stretch out those inner thighs. Relax your glutes. Focus on your knees coming down towards the mat. Let's bring our feet out in front. We're going to do one more core exercise, which is boat pose. You're going to have to find a little bit of balance on your bottom. We're going to lift those feet up off the mat. You can hold here, drawing the navel in, or you can bring palms up and just hold. Don't hold your breath though. Try not to do that. And lower the legs, staff pose. Last one. Reach overhead. Reach forward on the exhale. If the knees need to come up, that's fine. Releasing your shins or your toes. Come back into a final relaxation, which would be laying down, Shavasana pose. I'm going to give you a couple minutes here just to fully relax and recover before I say my final farewells to you. Let's roll onto one side. Okay, kind of awakening our body, making sure we are awake and ready to press up. Usually your final relaxation, you're going to have a lot more time, but I want to be respectful of your time today. I know you may have to get back to work. So meet me in the seated position, and it can be any seated position, legs crossed or otherwise. And we're going to take a nice inhale, raising our arms up overhead and pressing them together. Exhale, bringing your hands at heart center. So we're just inhaling peace, positivity, love, and light. And on our exhale, we're letting go of stress, guilt, tension, just challenges that you're facing and things that don't serve you well. I thank you for practicing with me today, and I hope that this has calmed your mind and you've found some bit of relaxation as well as a little bit of exercise. So I thank you for practicing with me today, and namaste. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.